again guys, welcome to another episode of Kream Developments All Access. In this episode you'll see us working on Rocky's car once again. If you remember, we've done a whole heap of work on the car before the battalion meet, which was last Christmas. He's done so much work since then. It's now running around 1,000 horsepower. He just come back from telling the best way at around 9.6 quarter mile and 195 mile an hour, I believe. Now this was an amazing test for us as well, because we haven't actually wind tested or top speed tested our wings that we've developed for the car. We just put our trust in the product. We built them, made them, designed them, fabricated them, and they've gone out there to so many cars all over the world now. But this was an amazing test because not only this car but Buzz's car also, they both ran over 190 mile an hour, and the wings withstood absolutely everything. Nothing came off, nothing came loose, nothing was flapping. It was absolutely perfect. And in fact, if I'm honest, I believe that they're sick. So this time round, he's having a load more carbon down the car. We've got a brand new tailgate from the boys at JCR, a brand new rear spoiler, and the design is absolutely amazing. It's really, really good. It should work really good with the car. And all the carbon that was on his car before is now going with a dry carbon effect, so we're going to matte lap up absolutely everything. We're doing something really special with the bonnet, where we're going to cut a window out and display the engine bay like is on my R33 GTR. Now, I mentioned this to Rocky before when his car came in the first time around, but at that stage his car wasn't tuned, so the engine bay was completely bog standard, so he didn't want to put anything on display then. But now, because obviously the engine is heavily modified now and it's all purple underneath the engine bay, it looks really good. So with the new Perspex window in there and the purple LEDs, that should look really, really good. So once that's done, when the car's completed, it's got a brand new JCR front lower diffuser going on as well. So once all of that is done, it's going in for a photo shoot with Japanese Performance. So that should look really good. Excited. So I'm now fine lining the window that I'm going to cut out for the bonnet, which will then be replaced with a Perspex glass, and not any normal Perspex. I'll be using polycarbonate, which is extremely strong stuff that can withstand extreme temperatures as well. You can literally smash this with a hammer once the polycarbonate is on it and it won't crack. That's how strong that stuff is. Right, I'm going to put this back on the car now. Let's work out exactly where this window sits over the engine before I finalise it and cut it. So once I do that, I can't go back. So we don't want to wreck it. If you just come over here, you can see the new JCR tailgate, the re-road spoiler. I mean, look at them, those legs. Real nice bit of kit. Now that goes on the tailgate like that, and fits on the spoiler like so. So once that goes on the car, that'll look really, really good. And the reason why I'm cutting large chunks of carbon out the underside of the bonnet is so we can allow plenty of room for reinforcement to put the strength back in. So once the reinforcement goes in, the window will then go in afterwards in place, and then with the bolts of the window in itself, that will obviously put the strength back in as well. So if you come on this side, you can really appreciate what we're trying to do here. The HKS inlet manifold being colour coded in our special purple. Once that's lit up with the LED strip lights underneath the bonnet, that will really look nice, especially at night time. The Perspex glass will go in there, and we'll have some nice stainless steel bolts all the way around it, holding it in place as well, which at the same time has obviously put the strength back in as well. So yeah.
I'm just rubbing this GTR front bumper down. It was splattered in stone chips, so just taking all the first layer of paint off, getting rid of all the chips, smoothing it up, prime it, and repaint it.
Alright, so we've got Charlie now. He's prepping Rocky's brand new Revo Sport front splitter for his car. This is a brand new product, so it doesn't really need a lot of attention, but Charlie's just flattening it so we can put the purple fine line in right across there, and then also give it that dry carbon effect. So not long now before everything goes in the booth and gets painted. What do you reckon, Charlie?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Brilliant, marvellous, magnificent.
Really, Charlie? Don't get me started. So I'm just fine lining the front splitter, getting it ready for Eddie to put the purple on. It's a very painstaking process, it takes forever to do, but it's worth it because the end result is really nice. But he's already doing a load in the booth as we speak, so he's got quite a lot to put the purple pinstripe into. But once he's done there, we've got another load to go in. That will get done along with this as well. This is the new front split that we spoke about earlier. Charlie was flatting and preparing for us. See, the thing is, once the purple paint goes on, it's all then got to be unmasked, so all this has got to be taken off, and then the whole lot's got to be then lacquered. And this time round, we're giving the whole car a dry carbon effect, as opposed to gloss, which is what it had before. And as always with Rocky, we're working to a tight schedule because he's got a photo shoot with a magazine that's doing a feature on his car next week. So what originally started out as, oh, you just got to paint a front end for me, bro, nothing else, has turned out into a major operation, as always. But it's alright. Rocky, we allow you, bro, because it's you. These are the carbon vents that go in the front fenders or the front wings with our own exclusive badge that goes there to make it authentic. That has to have the pinstripe put in as well. Once that's done, that again will be going in the booth. So most people wouldn't bother doing this because a lot of people have the thinking that what you don't see don't matter, but that's not the case here, because although this is underneath, I still want it to be done perfectly. So Right, so you can see the wings have been prepped, ready, put into primer. Ali's going to get it into paint now, but as you can see right here, we have masked off a little window that will be exposed carbon. So once the wing goes into its factory silver grey colour in gloss, that will be demasked and that will expose the carbon underneath, and then we're going to matte lacquer that to give it that dry carbon effect. So, looking forward to it. All the body kit's done. all ready to go. Literally these are the last bits and pieces that's got to be done. Once that's done, we're going to put the purple into the bumper and then fit the whole lot back up, and back to Rocky it goes. So I'm just fine lining it so Eddie can put the purple fine line on, and then we'll lacquer it on afterwards. Boom. And that's that. You got Eddie? It's all yours, mate. My job's done. Romeo done. Right, so the bumper been painted in original factory silver, then lacquered. Now it's been masked up so the purple can go in. Once that's done, it will be demasked and re-lacquered again, and then it will be flattened and polished. And once all of that's done, then the satin black will go in at the end. It's a long process when you're doing colour coordination like this, but the end result speaks for itself. This is the last bit of purple that's been done. This and the rear spoiler, and once that's done, we've got a couple more bits and pieces that need to go into matte lacquer for the dry carbon effect. Okay, so this is the polycarbonate screen that's going in. It's just got a protective layer on it at the moment, but once I peel that back, it'll be completely transparent, and the engine bay will be on display with lighting that I'm going to fit underneath the bonnet as well. So that's in place now, just held on with a bit of masking tape. I've marked out all the holes where we're going to hold it on from. I'm going to be using stainless steel alley bolts, obviously so they don't rust as well. Very long lasting and durable. So the front two vents are going to be louvered, so they're going to go in like so, like that roughly. So we've got two louvers to flow with the rest of the million louvers that the bonnet's got. Right, so we are now on the third stage of this bumper. It's all been painted in its original factory silver, as you can see, or grey, if you like. Some people call it grey, some people call it silver. It's more like grey to me. But nonetheless, it's such a long process doing it. You've got to paint the whole bumper silver first, then you've got to entirely lacquer the whole bumper, then you've got to wait for that to go off, then flat and polish it, then mask off all of the grey, and then put the purple in. So the purple has been painted, and this is here is just the overspray, what you can see at the moment. I've masked off the purple that I want to keep, and now I'm scotching up the area that's going to go satin black. So once this is done, this bumper will be complete finally, all three stages. The bumper has gone through the exact, the bonnet has gone through the exact same process. And if you remember, the bonnet's, again, original factory grey. Then we masked out all the vents so the carbon is exposed and can be visible. But on every carbon vent we put a thin purple pinstripe as well. So just to give it a little bit of styling. So that was done the first time round. But this time, because we're we are exposing all the carbon around the entire car in the dry carbon effect. The bonnet's been painted in silver or grey. I keep saying silver, grey. But we had to mask off the carbon vents and leave that bit completely covered, protecting the carbon and the purple fine lining on it. Dealt with the bonnet, got rid of all the stone chips that were on it, so that's all nice, fresh and new. And then unmasked the carbon areas, lacquered the whole bonnet in, so it's all perfect. And now, once it's dry, tomorrow morning, we're going to mask out the carbon area once again, this time masking off the bonnet, protecting the factory grey that we've just painted, and then dry carbon affecting the carbon area once again. Long process, but it's what the man wants, so that's what we're giving him. So now the bonnet's been painted in factory grey. I originally masked out the carbon once again, put the grey on, demasked the carbon, and then lacquered the entire bonnet in. Now it's been flat and polished. I'm fine lining only the carbon again, because obviously we're going for the dry carbon effect. So we're going to apply that straight after this. And once that's done, we can put the window in, build the bonnet back up and place it on the car and test it out for the first time and see what it looks like as a finished article. It's a long, painstaking process, all of this, but well worth it once it's done.
Bet on Charlie. Got it, Charlie? How is it?
So the glass is now being held in with double-sided tape. I'm just fitting the self-adhesive rubber washers, and this will stop the alley bolt from pinching the paint when we tighten it up, or even over time. As you can see right there, we've got the alley bolt one fitted just to test. This is now being sealed around here and waterproofed, so no water's going to be getting into the engine from that way. But the two louvers that are going to be over here are clear of the engine, so we'll just go straight in front of the cam cover of the engine. And there you go, all the alley bolts in like so. These are stainless steel, high tensile, so will never rust either, which is great. Only use the best materials here at Kream Developments. And the right, Eddie? Yeah. What are you saying, Charlie? How are you getting on?
Getting there.
How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be completing Rocky's car. We've painted the entire thing now, and it's all come out absolutely flawless, showroom condition, really good. Charlie's just got to put the wheels back on now today, and that's about it. He's on his way. But before he gets out, I'd just like to show you very quickly how amazing the new Ingencos Protect Spray Shield product really is. If you come close. Now, we do PPF, and it's a great product, always has been, but this really is going to revolutionize paint protection, because if you look, it's absolutely seamless. There's no joins, there's no cut marks, there's no blade work, there's no dirt build-up, there's no edges lifting. This has all been sprayed. So if you can imagine, it's like a repaint. It's not much different at all to lacquering the car. The finish is like lacquer. It can be flat and polished, it can be ceramic coated. The center section, of course, has been masked off and done in matte, yeah? But that's all been done, again, all in one hit. The grille and the center duct has been done separately, of course, but generally, that whole entire area has been protected using the matte finish all in one go. Now, this area here would be done in a piece. There'll be a piece here, there would be a piece here, there would be a piece here, a piece here. There'll be piecework everywhere. So this really is a great product, and this is the way forward to go as far as paint protection goes. There's at least 12 layers here of protection, which you can't even tell. And when it comes to the time, you can literally just grab an edge, peel it back, and it will peel off like a wrap. That's how great this product is. Amazing stuff, and this is the way forward to go. So that's that. Charlie's now going to put the wheels on, give the car a once over, and should be good to go. Mr. Bhattel, what's the verdict?
Sick. Got a couple more bits and pieces to do, but Kream, baby!
If it wasn't perfect the first time.
Pure perfection. Poetry in motion. Have a look at that. Have a look at that. Matt Carbon, all Kash Ahmad's personal ideas.
Any last words?
Peace out, baby. Kream Developments.